don't don't stress too much, okay? You're good. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is your nurse GMAT. How are you? So today we're going to talk about the things that you need to develop, or the skills you will develop when you work in an LTAC facility. Okay, since I worked as an LTAC nurse for 3.5 years, so I'm gonna share this to you so you have an idea of what to expect when you work in an LTAC facility. What are the things that you need to hone or to master so that work will not be as hard? Number one is your communication skills. So of course, English is the main language that's being used here because you're in the US, so you're expected to use the English language. So since I'm a foreigner here and English is not my first language, I do have to take an English exam, which is called IELTS. So before I applied for the visa, I have to pass the IELTS test first, right? I'm speaking in English because some of my viewers are foreigners too, and sometimes they want me to, if I can speak in English in the vlog so they'll understand what I'm talking about. So so this is for you, and yeah, I just wanna get this in the way because it's okay if you're not perfect in English. What I'm trying to say is as long as you can speak the language, and then as long as you can relay the message to the person that you're talking to, it's okay. You don't have to have the perfect accent or the perfect grammar to communicate, because remember, you're communicating with your patients, with your co-workers, with the doctors. So don't be too critical on yourself, because sometimes we can be too critical. Don't pressure yourself. It's okay. The main thing here is you relay the message to them. You know, sometimes if they don't understand what you're saying, sometimes they will ask you to verify, oh, is this what you're trying to say? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's it. Be confident. Just speak your mind, just speak whatever you want to say. Don't be too timid or don't be too shy to speak. Yeah, sometimes it happens, but you'll get over it, and you know, it comes with experience also, and with time. Because I would say when I first came here, I was really timid too, and then shy to speak the language, but you will develop this too along the way. So don't stress too much, okay? You're good. Okay, number two is computer skills. Of course, you have to learn the basic computer skills to work in a LTAC facility. I mean, in all hospitals, I'm sure they're all using computers now. We don't use the paperworks anymore. Almost 100% is in the computer system. So here they have a different charting system. They have the Epic, Allscripts, Cerner, and Meditech. There's a lot, but I've only been using Allscripts for now because that's what my facility was using. So I'm excited to know what other like the Epic. I wanna learn the Epic too, because you know, when you know a lot of charting systems, it adds to your it adds strength to your resume, you know, when you try to apply for another job. Like if you want to decide to travel, you know, and then you know their charting system, chances are they're gonna get you employed. Yeah, just know some basic stuff like basic shortcuts, and then just to make your life easier. Okay, number 3 is time management skills. This is very important, your prioritization. So, but I must admit, this comes with experience. You know, you cannot be really good like when you're starting as a nurse. There's always the learning process and the learning curve. But especially in LTAC, you have to learn this. You have to have these skills, like, because it can be very hectic. It can be very busy at times, and then especially when you're short staffed, you have to prioritize a lot of things. So one tip, just do all the hard stuff on the first during the early time. Don't do it towards the end, because that's gonna make you go home very late. Okay, just one tip. And then when you say prioritization, it comes with like organization. So be organized. Be if you need to write the things you need to do, what's your priority for the shift, write it so you will be reminded every time. So those are like some tips that you can try, because you don't want to work more than 12 hours or more than 8 hours. That's too much already, right? Number 4 is your assessment skills. Again, you have to know the basic or the baseline of your patients. So you have to assess them first, because if something happens, you have some comparison. You have to know the deviation from your baseline. Like when you accepted a patient, his heart rate like 100, and then suddenly it went up to 150. Of course, that's not normal. So you'll be able to know that your patient's not okay. Assessment skills also take time, but try to read as much as you can on the normal, like what's the normal value, what's the normal anatomy and physiology. Okay, what's the normal, all the normal stuff. So if something happens or a result came back abnormal, you will know that you have to do something about it. And then of course the physical assessment, that's very important. Neuro assessment, skin assessment, because you have to know if your patient's developing pressure sores, and then the risk. Master your assessment skills. And then number 5, also in connection to all the things that I've said, is your critical thinking skills. You are dealing with lives here. We are dealing with patients' lives. So anything that that needs to be taken care of, you should know what's the reason behind, what is happening, what are the things that you can do to help your patient. So yeah, very important to develop this, and for you to develop this, you have to be very knowledgeable in all aspects of nursing. Number 6 is stress management. This is really important, especially right now that we're still in a pandemic. So you have to really manage your stress very well. Emotionally, mentally, you have to think of yourself more than ever. If you feel like you're getting burned out, you have to take time to rest, take time off to do things that you feel relaxed, things that make you happy, because nursing is really a stressful job. You have to have a very thick skin in this profession. Okay, and then I will also tell you some of the basic skills that you need to know, that we do most of the time in LTAC. Okay, number 1, you have to know foley catheterization, how to put a foley, how to remove a foley. You have to know how to insert an IV. This is very common. And then how to remove an IV, how to put an NGT tube, how to remove NGT tube. So every year we attend a wound care like training or seminar, so just to update us with what's new on wound care. And then we do some we practice our wound care dressing also as well, so with people checking you on how you do your wound dressing. Okay, what else? Trach care. You need to know, of course there's respiratory therapist for that, but you also need to know, since you cannot depend so much on the artists. What if they're busy too? So you have to know the trach care, if anything happens to trach, so you'll know what to do. Okay, this is given already. Medication administration. Okay, so you have to know how to give your medication, if it's oral, IV, IM, and then central line dressing. So patients in LTAC mostly have PICC lines, mid lines, because they're long-term patients who receiving TPN, antibiotics, or chemo drugs. So you have to learn to take care of those lines, and including how to dress them. We have a PICC team here that does the dressing of PICC lines and mid lines. Like every week they come to our facility to do the dressing. But what if your patient suddenly the dressing is soiled? You have to clean them yourself, so you have to know also. Of course, suctioning, since your patients are intubated or trach, you have to know suctioning. This is really important because some nurses don't want to receive patients in the vent, but that's LTAC. Patients there are weaning from the vent, so you have to know how to suction. So these are just like most of them skills that you need to know or you need to develop when you work in an LTAC facility. So if I miss anything, you can add, you can comment down below anything you want to say. So I hope you learned something from this vlog, and thank you everyone for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a good day. Bye.